Hey everyone, it's Mojax back in the DJcity UK lab. Today I have a special episode for you. We are looking at the Denon DJ SC5000 Prime. This is part of their new Prime series of products they just released. They've got a mixer in there, they have the VL12 turntable, but without doubt the star of the show is the SC5000, and that's because this is the first time any company has really gone after Pioneer in the pro high-end booths of the world. Now this is not a review. I've only just got this. This is a pre-production unit. It's not final finished shipping hardware, and it's got to go back very soon. So I'm not going to review it today. I'm going to fire it up. I'm going to do some stuff with it. We're going to check out the features and functions of it. This is a walkthrough though. It is not a review. That will come later. I will get a pair of retail units from Denon DJ and I will spend a few weeks with them and actually dive deep and really get to know them. This is just a first impressions overview. So with that in mind, let's get started. So as I say, I've only just got this, but I know what I want to talk about. I know which of the important features that I really want to get into. So I've done very little prep. What I have done is got a bunch of files in a Serato crate and dragged that from the Serato crates in Engine Prime into a playlist, and I've exported that out to this USB stick. So this one is the stuff that's been prepared in Engine Prime. And then I've got a bunch of files just in a folder, which I've just dragged and dropped onto this USB stick. So we'll try this whole feature where it will actually analyze your stuff on the fly, analyze the key and the beat grid and everything else. So we're going to do that all at once. I'm just going to stick to the stuff that I think is really interesting on here. You know, I'm not going to go super deep with it. We'll be here all day. And as I said, it's pre-release hardware. I'm not judging it right now. I'm just looking at the stuff that I think is kind of cool. So we fire it up. And the one thing you immediately see about this, it is very bright. It is a loud player visually. Now that will put some people off. I know, a lot of people don't like that kind of flashy look. They like the more stealthy, subtle look. But from my point of view, all the lighting on here really is kind of functional. There's no point having 8 hot cube pads there if you're not going to have some kind of lighting display underneath and backlight them and have different colors for your different cue points and so on. That's pointless to not have that. Likewise, in the dark of a club, I like illuminated cue and play buttons. I like the fact as well, these are the hard plastic buttons. They are not your old school Denon rubbery buttons. I was never a fan of those. I like the hard plastic, but the pads feel really nice. They are proper pads. They're not, not plastic buttons. And it's funny because you look at this in the images that Denon have released and it looks really small. And I don't know why that is. I think it's probably because this 7-inch touchscreen is so big, it makes the player overall look really tiny. And one thing Denon will not do in their promotional stuff is put it next to a CDJ2000 and compare the size. And of course I will do that here. And actually it's way bigger really than a CDJ2000. It'll fit in the same kind of width, but front to back it's bigger, it's taller. Without question, this is a full-size player with that full-size jog wheel. The jog wheel is the same size as on a CDJ. So that's pretty interesting because the images do not reflect that. So yeah, let's get something in there and get going. Now the slots you've got on the front, one USB and an SD card slot on the front, they are nicely tucked away, and that I do like. I'm never a fan of the big, especially the larger USB sticks sticking out the top of a CDJ. I like the idea that it just can hide away under there, but you still got easy access to it. That's good. As you can see, it's loaded up my crate straight away. And yeah, just beautiful high resolution on the screen. And you can actually swipe through. This is the good thing about this. It's like a tablet. It's like an iPhone or an iPad. You've got that inertia on the scrolling. You can actually scroll through your list just like you would on a tablet. That's really different. You've still got the option to use the knob there as well. But yeah, I like that a lot. Now this is interesting because I have prepared these files in Engine Prime, but I did not put any cue points in them at all. And yet here we are. We've got 2 options for loading. Actually, we can go swipe to the left or we can push the button. But yeah, these cue points have all come from Serato DJ because they were in the file from Serato DJ. I haven't put them in Prime. And yet here they are. I've got 4 hot cues there. So I like that a lot. Now, of course, this waveform is really clear. They talk about this in their promotion. It's really clear and it is multi-touch. You can zoom in or out. You've got the touch kind of strip there on the bottom of the screen to go through your overview waveform. Works really nicely. It's beautiful, it's crisp, it's bright, it's a lovely display. You've got your display in the center, with your artwork there, which I think just looks fantastic. There's a couple of really interesting things when it comes to looping. Now, first of all, we've got obviously the hot cues are there, right? We've got set your hot cues, that's all fine. Your loop mode, if you hit this one, it will start a loop, and you take it out, and it will exit the loop, and that loop is now active. But I can turn that off, and that is now saved to that pad. That's pretty cool. And I can make another one. And I can jump between those loops. And we can do auto loops as well, so different beat values you can see on the screen, so 1, 2, half, etc. Up to 64 beats, which is pretty cool. Got manual loop option as well. And I know the Traktor users will like this. You've actually got loop move as well. So if you hold down shift, you can move that loop through the track. So I know that's a big feature that Traktor users do love. And talking of other features that aren't found elsewhere, we have as well beat jump on here. Now this is cool, we like this a lot, it's coming out of the loop mode. That loop encoder will also change your beat jump value as well. So you're not restricted to a certain fixed beat jump values. You can have a beat jump of 1 beat or right up to 64 beats and jump right through the track. And again, I know Traktor users and Serato users will be used to that kind of functionality. It is really, really good. Now, in terms of the connections, let's talk about this dual layer business, right? So I'm on number 1, I'm going to get a loop going on there, and then I'm going to change to the other layer. And now there's nothing loaded, so let's go in and actually go into my crates, and I'm just going to load a different thing over on there. And swipe to the left, there we go. And now I'm playing on a totally different deck, different channel on the mixer. And as you can see, the jog wheel has changed color. And that's why actually, again, coming back to what's important on here about the visual feedback that you get, you need that different color. If you're gonna be on a different deck, you need to know, right, I'm on this deck right now because it's yellow. I'm on this deck right now because it's blue. And it's all soft takeover, so I can adjust the pitch and everything else as well. So that's now on -1.6. Back to the other layer, it's still on 0 until I get it to the point that it was at. So there's no issues with switching between those layers. They're always going to work smoothly. And now, this is where it's killer as well. We can see we have 2 waveforms there. We've got A and B. We've got both the tracks. The overview waveforms are on the screen. So when you're using both layers, they're both there. You really do only need one of these. If you're comfortable just working with one hand, in terms of your platter control and so on, you only need one. So yeah, all right, price-wise, they're up there, almost with the CDJ2000 Nexus 2s, a few $100 cheaper. But yeah, to get started, you only need one with 2 full decks in there. So I can control with this one, switch back over, and it's just gonna work. That is, I don't know, I'm really excited to spend more time with this and actually get that dual layer thing going on. You know, to have 2 of these hooked up, 4 decks going at once. Yeah, this is exciting stuff. It really, really is. Now this should be quite an interesting test then. So this is my USB stick, which I've got a folder of files on there. I've gone in and deleted the key and BPM information from these files. So there shouldn't be any residual info in those fields. Let's plug it in and have a look. And we'll see just how long it takes to actually analyze one of these tracks. So I put that in, it's found it, there's no crates on there. It automatically creates an engine library. So anything you do on this stick will be saved back to it. And yeah, it's just reading times off there. There's no BPMs or key that would normally show up there as well. Let's get one of these loaded up and have a look. So let's just go for that one. All right, so we're going to load that. And again, it has picked up the Serato DJ cue points, which is pretty cool. Very nice to see that, still getting those from the file tag information. Let's see how long it takes to actually analyze this file for BPM and for key. Let's find out in real time. Gonna be quite interesting. And notice as well, we've got saved loops there as well from Serato DJ. I haven't done those with this player, so that's really interesting to see. Also present in there. And there you go, that's done. And yeah, that grid is looking good. We've got downbeat red marker at the beginning. 140 BPM, which I know this is because the track is got that in the title. And we have got those cues. I'm sure what the start of for some reason. I think that's in one of my previous videos. But yeah, look, that's it. It's all there. So it's got my Serato DJ cue points. And it's got these loops as well. Yep, save loops. And I didn't save those in Engine. That's all been done in Serato DJ. That is pretty impressive stuff. So there you go, a first look at the Denon DJ SC5000 Prime. As I said at the start, not a review. Definitely not. I've only had them a short time. They're going back quickly. It's not final shipping hardware with shipping firmware on there. This is not that at all. So just a look at some of the stuff that I think is interesting on here. All I will say is I'm really glad because clearly just from a short time playing with this, there is finally some serious competition in the top end pro media player market. At last, there is something else going on apart from the CDJs. And don't get me wrong, I love the CDJs. You know, from the Nexus onwards, I think Pioneer's range has been really, really good. But they needed someone else out there challenging them in that space. That's how a good market works, is you have competition and that pushes everyone to new heights. So can't wait to spend a lot more time with proper released units of these and see how they do compare. The features look very exciting. The build seems solid, but again, can't judge pre-release hardware. So we'll just leave it at that and just say, yeah, I'm very, very excited about these. Thank you for watching today. Make sure you subscribe for all our future tips, tricks, and product reviews. I'll see you soon. Oh, just one final thing. I was just about to move these all around so I could get some close-up shots and stuff. And I just thought, I'm going to try that thing that Denon DJ did in their promo video from EDC or whatever it was. Check this, right? So the track is playing. It's all going fine. Someone yanks a power cable or you get a problem with your power supply. It's still going, it's still playing with no power supply. 5, 4, 3, connect it in. And it's still playing, still going. That's mad.